Hey everybody, it's like afternoon right now and this place is a mess. We're just kind of taking stuff out. As you can see, things got moved around the table and stuff because Devin and his friend needed room to get rid of the mattress from the spare room. So we're getting rid of that. We got rid of that mattress so we can have room for baby stuff, which he's setting up right now, like the baby's crib and a change table and stuff in the spare room. And yeah, just being busy doing that. And anyways, I tried to sort out the closet, our coat closet, to fit our new baby stroller in there. And Loki's so funny, he thinks all the baby stuff is for him. And yeah.
Do you show them your nice phone?
Oh. I dropped my phone. Look at that. It's completely beyond. Like, I can't use it at all. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can maybe go to the Apple store soon. I think next week when we go for my appointment, my ultrasound appointment, we'll go get, well, we can't get it fixed, we just need to get a new one. That's Loki running away for some reason. Anyways, somebody requested for me to do an update on my fibroids. I think I did a video a while back while I was in the hospital about, oh yeah, the video Fibroid Degeneration, pain relief solutions in pregnancy. That one. And just got a comment here. I think her name is Nem Mamo. She says, thanks for the video. Can you do an update on your pregnancy and fibroid story? Did the pain stop finally? So I'm gonna do an update on that whole situation so you guys know how we sorted that out. So the pain did gradually stop. I was still, like that day after that video, I was still put on some painkillers, Tylenol and ibuprofen combination, which helped a little bit, but not a whole lot. But then I realized afterwards, because of the suppository they gave me, the irritation actually caused a whole new problem. I ended up with irritable bowel syndrome. Well, not syndrome because it hasn't come back yet, just the irritable bowel part, because the syndrome is more the chronic part of it. So yeah, that happened. So I got released after a little while because it was at a point where, well, I wanted to go home, and I was like, if I'm just on Tylenol and ibuprofen, I'm going to do that at home. It was still really hard to move around and walk and stuff. And I remember I had a checkup like in a week with my gynecologist. Even when I went to her office, she was like, you don't look so good, because I was literally just like baby steps kind of walking. I could barely walk. So I just needed to get out of there because I was at a point where I was fed up with the whole hospital system, because their attempt to maintain my pain wasn't working. I was in pain anyways, and I came home and decided to at least maintain my diet, which is something I couldn't do. That was something that was very important to me at the time, because having fibroids, you have to stick to a really healthy diet. I couldn't even start a diet to treat the irritable bowel that I had, because they kept giving me jellos and all kinds of foolishness. But yeah, so since I got home, I've been on a really strict diet. I went on a strictly irritable bowel syndrome diet. Hey, so this is a part of my making breakfast process. A lot of this, probably half of it, I will eat during the breakfast making process just because I'm pregnant. But that's the bread that I baked. Usually I have like a toast with peanut butter and some apples. If I feel well enough, I'll put some jam on there just to, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But over here, I have some chopped up zucchini and bacon bits. I don't buy actual bacon bits from the store just because they have a load of other crap in them. This is actually turkey bacon that I just sauteed up, and once it was done I chopped it up myself. So I'm gonna do that and an onion. For those of you who have irritable bowel, whether it's syndrome or you're just having irritable bowel in general, onion is something to stay clear of. I've been off of onion for a while. Just now I'm starting to reintroduce it. But a good substitute if you're staying off of like the onion and garlic and stuff is, I did use a lot of onion powder. This is like a really inexpensive substitute. So a lot of onion powder in my diet, and garlic powder as well, as opposed to like the actual raw onion itself. So basically what I do is I'll saute that stuff with, I ended up throwing out my yellow pepper just because that one wasn't good anymore. But I should have another one. Funny thing is I just bought that pepper yesterday. Literally. And it's bad inside. As soon as I cut it, I realized it's like rotting inside. It's all moldy and whatever. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna chop up some of this stuff, saute it together, throw my eggs in. I also got some pure Himalayan salt. Toss some pepper on that too. And another thing I wanted to talk about is, don't skimp out on yourself health-wise as far as like the price of food and stuff. Because once you're not well and you have to be on a specific diet, you're already restricted to only so much food. There's no point of being worried that it's going to be expensive to buy healthy food, whether it's buying organic food or like the peanut butter I use is like an all-natural peanut butter. Like literally the ingredients on it. I'll show you guys. So yeah, it's an all-natural peanut butter, and ingredients list 100% select roasted peanuts, and that's it. That's all that's in there, and that's all you really need in your peanut butter. You don't need any of the extra stuff. It's more expensive, of course, than if I buy like the Skippy and all those other cheaper versions, but at the end of the day, I can't eat as much stuff, like volume-wise, as most people can because I'm on a more restricted diet. So why not spend the extra money on something that's really good for you, something that you can actually fill up on? Like I have this peanut butter throughout the day whenever I feel like it. Like I'll just like get a spoon, sit with a tub of it and eat it. I'll eat it with my apples, I'll eat it on my bread, you know, whatever. Same thing with oils. I get olive oil or grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is better for cooking with because it has a higher burning point. And I find the bacon bits just add like flavor, since you can't really eat a lot of stuff. Like try to eat good stuff that tastes really good and add flavor wherever you can add flavor with like good healthy choices, wholesome choices. Anyways, some of the things I learned to make was my own bread. I made some bread and it's really good. I'm at the end of it now because I made it like a few days ago, and this is the bread. And a lot of people don't think that yeast-free bread can be soft and, you know, delicious, but it actually is. The reason that I'm pretty much at the end of it, I made like 2 entire loaves and I'm at the end of both of them. There's like 2 of this one. This is like an oatmeal one. And they're both quite soft, like just as soft as any other bread you get in the store. And I found some recipes online, which I will post down below so you can see for yourselves. Sorry, I got something in my eye here. Okay, so yeah, I got some recipes online just for that. And I did experiment over time. I tried some recipes before that didn't work. The bread was too dry or too hard or just too dense, or maybe it was just too moist. It didn't bake all the way through. But I've recently found some really good recipes, and this is the bread. And like I said, it's just like any other regular bread. It's so soft. Look at that. I usually just toast that, have it with my peanut butter and Grammy apples, or like, you know, whatever you want pretty much. I have some hummus in there. Sometimes I have some hummus with it. I have a whole bunch of spreads. But
You making food?
yeah. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I didn't eat anything yet, really.
Okay. Breakfast?
Sure. Cheese,
Yeah.
crackers, grapes,
Cheese, crackers, and grapes. That's what you want for breakfast?
and hummus,
And hummus?
and cheese,
Jesus Christ.
and
Okay.
crackers,
Alright then.
and grapes.
Okay. It's being silly. But yeah. That's what he's having for breakfast. I'm staying off of the cheese. I'm gonna stick with the hummus. But what was I saying? I was saying we actually had regular bread, like the yeast bread that you buy in stores, that my husband literally stopped eating as soon as I made this bread because it was so fresh and it was so delicious. And he's the one who actually like pounded through most of it. Not even me. But anyways, I'm about to make some breakfast. And yeah, so slowly you do learn how to make things that are good for you, and you do still get to enjoy certain things that are delicious. So you're not entirely like, you know, living a what do you call it? Like being healthy does not, like I said before, it doesn't mean having to endure with like disgusting food, right? But anyways, I'll make some breakfast real quick and then I'll show you some things that I normally eat for breakfast. And oh, the update for the pain relief part of it, if you check out some of my videos, there actually is a video this time. There's a couple of videos actually. I didn't end up going with the cannabis option, right, for the marijuana oil, just because the cannabis clinic, I opted to go through a cannabis clinic which requires a referral from my doctor. My doctor wouldn't give me a referral, so it has to be a self-referral. But besides that, even when I called to talk to them, they ended up telling me that because the cannabis option, even though I was opting for the CBD version, which is actually cannabis with the THC removed, because it still has trace amounts of THC in it, it's not completely 100% THC free. It's just not enough to make you high. But they do remove the THC, and so the CBD part is just the medicinal part of it that helps you with pain relief, which is very effective. But the problem is, because I'm pregnant, the physicians there did not feel comfortable treating me with it. But they did say anytime I want to come back and try that option after I have the baby, pardon me. So yeah, they did say if I want to try that option after I have the baby, I could always come back at that point. And if I still have pain, that is. And I don't know. I really don't know if I will have pain still by then, but at least the option is open. So what I've been doing for pain right now is acupuncture. And acupuncture has been helping a lot better than I thought actually. My obstetrician is the one who actually recommended it as a more natural course for pain relief. And so far, I haven't been back in the hospital since the last vlog. That last vlog that you saw of me in the hospital. My pain has been down to a minimal. If anything, I just feel discomfort, but I don't necessarily have any pain going on. The baby's moving around now, so there is that weird feeling, obviously. There is that a bit of, what do you call it? Just tension from like growth and the movement and stuff. Baby's moving a lot. I can feel him a lot around this side. This is still the fibroid. It's still there, but I think it's kind of, it's not active anymore. It's not degenerating. It's kind of like just, I don't know. Usually when they degenerate, from what I read, they do kind of, that area kind of almost calcifies, or like, yeah, it turns into kind of like a cartilage. So that's why it's so hard versus the side where the baby is. It's quite tender and soft. Not tender isn't painful, but I mean as in soft, right? So that's the difference so far. Like I've had, I think the first week or two, week and a half, something like that, I had acupuncture pretty much every day. I had it every day initially until the doctor and I felt like it was, I would be okay actually having it once a week. So I went down to once a week, and then after that, I went down, I'm actually down to once every 2 weeks now. So it sometimes is the things you least expect to work that do work, because I thought acupuncture might work as like a mild pain relief solution. I never thought that it would like help with, as far as like deterring severe pain. But so far I barely have any mild pain, and I haven't had any severe pain. And I think I contribute that to acupuncture and just it helping to rebalance my body and keep my body at a state where I don't get to a point of having that severe pain again. And that's what I like about alternative medicine as well, is that they call it alternative, but it's actually been there longer than Western medicine. Western medicine is more the experimental medicine of anything, but you can't tell them that because, right, they want to act like everything, life and intelligence and medicine, everything started with Western medicine, with Western anything. But anyways, that's besides the point. There are forms of medicine out there that have existed for thousands or hundreds of thousands of years that are very, 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 very beneficial to humanity if we open our minds to them, and acupuncture is one of them. And it's really, really helped me a lot with pain and just my general health overall. I'm noticing a very big difference in my energy level, in everything, my hormones, my mood, everything is a lot better. So, and I like how their goal is to get you better and get you treated and out, not get you dependent on it necessarily, which a lot of pharmaceuticals I've noticed do just get you dependent on them for life. But their goal is more to literally get you better and get you out. So that's why we're down to 2 weeks now, and as time goes on, I'll need it less and less and less until I don't need it at all. So yeah, that's my little update there on that. I'm well enough, as you can see, to be like moving stuff around, sorting through baby stuff. I mean, husband's the one who's doing most of the heavy moving around, but I can still move stuff. I'm not in severe pain where I can like I can walk. I can actually walk at quite a steady pace now, as opposed to before when I was nearly crawling from pain. Like I could barely walk. I can get myself in and out of the car. I can get myself on and off of the bed with ease and comfort now. And yeah, there's a lot of improvement. And sometimes you just have to be your own doctor. That's what it really boils down to. You literally have to become your own doctor, and you literally have to be strong enough to challenge the current, like, you know, your doctors, the current medical system, and be like, no, this is not working for me. Or like the situation I was in where they put me on a really fast IV, and it was making me swell because of the water retention, and I kept telling them to take me off of it because there's too much swelling. I could feel myself swelling up, and they kept arguing with me. The nurse legit kept arguing with me. I don't know if you remember that it's not possible that IV fluids cause swelling. But it was actively happening. I could feel it as it was happening. And that really annoyed me. And after that, I was very, very, very snappy with just the medical team in general. Just more assertive, because I was just like, I don't trust you guys to know that I know what's going on in my body. Like, they think they know more. There's no one that knows their body more than you. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust what you're feeling. You have to listen to your body, and you have to trust what your body's telling you. And they were arguing with what my body was telling me. And it does turn out, actually, after I've talked to other medical professionals, that yes, IV fluids does cause water retention, especially if you're pregnant and you get too much fluids. There's such a thing as fluid IV fluid overload. I actually looked it up as well, and it can cause some more severe symptoms than what I ended up getting, because I just ended up with like swelling from here downwards. My legs, my ankles were swollen, but which the acupuncture ended up taking down. Like, it got rid of all of the swelling after just like maybe 5 days of it, 5 sessions of acupuncture, 4 or 5. And yeah, so sometimes you really have to stand your ground and put your foot down and be like, no, I don't care what you think you know. This is what's actually happening. I am reacting to this right now, and I need you to stop. And you have every right to say that, and they have to listen to you. By law, they have to listen to you, and they cannot give you anything that you refuse. So that's what I learned as well, to just be more assertive with them and just be like, you know, no nonsense. Like, listen, I don't care if you think, because sometimes people are biased. They'll think, oh, because I'm a nurse or because I'm a doctor, then I know more than you. Or maybe, I don't know, it could be a racial bias. It could be whatever bias that they have towards you not knowing certain things. But you don't need qualifications to know what's going on with your body. That is the one thing, the one gift that you have. You want to call it a God-given gift, whatever. That is the one thing you have that no piece of paper can qualify anyone for. You knowing your own body. So trust that, and always listen to it. That's the main thing I can like suggest when it comes to healing any kind of situation. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna make breakfast, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So yeah, I just sauteed the yellow peppers and green zucchinis and added my bacon bits. And once those flavors start to mix all up together, I'm going to pour my egg on top of that. So this way you can decide if you want to just do it as an omelet or if you want to just scramble it all up. I usually just scramble it because I'm not really good at omelets. So that's the final result. I put cheese on that one because I know, like, that's my husband's. He likes cheese on his food. and can't really get him off of that. But I kept mine cheese free, and that's the thing, like when I just did like a partial omelet type of thing, then that way gave me that option to have cheese or no cheese on it. And I'm pretty much almost done with my stuff over here. I decided to put some jam on there. Check him out, the beast at work. And I had to show you the room. He's been working on this room the whole time. So this was our gaming room, well, mostly his gaming room, but sometimes movie room. And that's just ignored. This whole stuff is stuff we're getting rid of. But yeah, my She-Hulk and his Hulk Smash poster, because we're both Hulk fans, and military stuff. And yeah, this is gonna be the baby room. That's the baby crib. It's actually way bigger than I thought. I can't believe I thought I could fit this in our room with our bed and our furniture and stuff. But I just thought, well, baby's is small. I thought it was gonna be like something like this size, like the change table. But yeah, he was just sorting this out and putting it all together. So that's all in there. And we're gonna go have some, it's not even breakfast, it's lunch because it's like 2 p.m. right now. And just putting everything else back in order. And yeah.